Yeah, sorry about that, Ryan.
Alright, sorry for the late start here. We actually didn't miss much. Apparently there was a caution on the very first turn of the very first lap, so that's where we are right now at Rockingham Speedway, the Twisted Tuesday ARCA series at WFO. I'm up here in the booth, Bradley Cooper, Mr. Bojangles 91. Again, sorry for the late start to the stream. I actually corrupted my iRacing update files. As I installed the update around 7:30, I figured, hey, this will be done in no time. I can go upstairs, eat supper, and everything will be fine. Come back at 8 o'clock, and everything's messed up. I had to delete iRacing and reinstall the whole application. Got trading paints working too now, though. So I think we're going to be okay. Richard Holland's your leader here. Looks like possibly caution right off the rip. Not sure who started it. I did hear some people apologizing as I got into the room. But I'm pretty certain that you're a pole sitter, and I can clarify this. This would be as simple as just hitting this button right here. Right there's your weather for the racetrack today. This will be the final race of the season for these guys. With a real good shot for Richard Holland, and leave Nick Gardner to win it. It's gonna be a tight one, because they're doubled up here, getting ready to go green again. But I won't keep you guys from seeing any more of that, but based off qualifying times, that is Richard Holland was the pole sitter, so now that we know that, we can go ahead and hit this drop down menu. Take our camera a little bit ahead, and green flag is out. Richard Holland didn't waste much time getting off the start there. It looks like him and Rick Fagon both started up towards the front. This is a very bumpy racetrack. You can see these cars bouncing all over the place as they come off the backstretch. Even through 3 and 4, it looks like they're bouncing a lot. There's the 10 car, Rick Fagon. He's had a pretty stellar season for not making the points. I mean, he was just out because of wins. He's been talented, consistent, fast all year long. So it's good to see him back up in the front. Having a stellar day today. Good start. Good start for the race. Oh, Corey Cook just about hit that safer barrier. There's still paint on that right side, so no harm, no foul. It's a shame that the NASCAR series does not visit this racetrack anymore. Rockingham is one of my favorite races to watch. It's one of those unique places to race at. Nothing's symmetrical. Nothing's even. Nothing's smooth. And I think it takes a very talented driver to get around this place. That being said, your arms are very tired when you're done racing here. It'll work you out. Back here at Artie Peterson, he's got the 86 of John Sanu pretty much on top of him at this point. John Sanu is another one of those chase drivers here. Made the top 8. Right on board here with the 86. You can see how bumpy this racetrack is just by this camera angle as they go floating off into turn 1. Big dip right here in the track. Then you're going to slam it about 3 or 4 times. It smooths out at the bottom groove, but then hit the backstretch. Big uneven surface again. I mean, it's just bump after bump. The wheel's never straight. There's a lot of bumps in 3 and 4. The main problem with this track is if you have to run a fixed setup, it is what it is. You can smooth this track out with the rebound and your shocks and how your car's set up, but if you're running fixed and it isn't right, that's what it is. So you're just going to have to change your driving style accordingly or turn off your force feedback. Alright, I'm going to try to get up here. We got the 27 into the wall. Jared Cox backed it on up. How Amy's getting by there. How Amy's having a pretty decent night tonight. Looks like he's up there in the top 10. Harley Davidson 3-car showing on strong. All 3 of the HJRM cars are looking pretty good tonight. Go back up here at the front. Richard Holland. He's at about a half a second lead here on Rick Fagone. Looking pretty smooth right now. We're at lap 15 to 155. It's going to be a long one, but if they can run it caution free. Here's a name I haven't said very often. Gary Waterworth in 3rd place right now. He's got Gary the Snail. This will be his 2nd week or 3rd week I've seen him race here. It's good to see him back. I do remember Gary. And he's got that always prestigious paint scheme on there as well. He isn't no snail. He's definitely a fast car. Running in 3rd place. Now 4th place is Nick Gardner. This is a points contender. I think realistically, mathematically, probably the most likely to get it if Richard Holland doesn't. But we do have an 18 car field, so that top 4 could change. It would take something dramatic. You're looking here at the Dent Wizard. He's sitting in 4th place with Corey Cook just behind him. And Corey is one of those guys that can pull off a win at just any random place. You don't predict it. He's always up in the top 5. He creeps around there in that top 3. But then one week he'll just run away with a racetrack, whether it be Kansas or Infineon. You don't know where it's going to be. He'll just come out and be better than everybody else, and you can't touch him. You see him right here coming into the front straightaway, looking like he's working on the Dent Wizard now. No Bondo for the Dent Wizard this time by. I don't know if that's a conflict of interest to talk about Bondo on the Dent Wizard, but pretty good clean pass. Oh, we do have a caution. We're going to zoom around this racetrack and see if we can figure out where that happened. Looks like the 26 was involved, so we are going to rewind real quick. Oh, the 38 just ahead of him there. Looks like it ripped the whole front off that car. So let's see if we can get a better camera on that. It's Keaton Tripp right here. Now it looks like Derek Robinson. We're going to rewind one more little bit here. He got up in the outside wall. He tried to keep it up there, but man, I don't know. I'm not really sure how that happened, honestly. We're going to go ahead and pause it real quick. I want to go ahead and get a... Okay. All right. Say no more. Let's rewind just a little bit more. And then we're going to hit the slow-mo button. Okay, the 38 car and the 86 look like they're going for maybe the same piece of real estate here. I don't think you can pin that on anybody. But the 38 went for one hell of a ride. John Sanu acted like that never even happened. Derek Robinson went to the outside wall. I'd say at this point the tone of the camera are just completely wrecked on this car, and he cannot straighten it out. 26 gets involved. And unfortunately, that's your crash. 2-car incident. Derek Robinson's going to get a fast repair. Hopefully. Looks like that thing was on right sides for quite some time. It might be done for the day. I'm not getting a 38 car on the track. Nowhere to be found. Derek Robinson is officially taking it behind the wall. That will do for the 38 car for this season. I'd like to thank Derek Robinson for his participation. He did a great job this season. I believe he made every single race as well. R.D. Peterson is also behind the wall, I think. Unless my camera angles are just completely broken, which they may be. Let's see. Okay. I'm not completely crazy. R.D. Peterson is not on the racetrack. Yes, he is. Okay, what's up with that? Derek Robinson's taking me to scenic mode. That's what it is. Okay. I believe I'm back to live as well. Double tap here and make sure. All right. So again, congratulations to our pole sitter, Richard Holland. He is eligible for the $40 tonight, the final payout of the season for the Iceman Chassis Pole Award bounty. Just want to clarify. The Iceman Ryan Daniels threw that out there in Discord chat. I do not have my YouTube chat up. I do not have a lot of things working. I did not get them working correctly because I was fighting with iRacing. So if anybody is saying hello to me and I'm being totally rude to you, that's the reason, and I will try to get the chat up and say hello. Because, and I will try. That's just arrogant of me to not say hi. All right, Diana, hello. Everyone's voting for the number 31. Sandy, hello. How are you doing? Looks like green flag is out. Get back up here to the front. Everybody's voting driver of the day, the number 31. He's got the realistic chance here, starting from the pole. But I can tell you right there, that guy's he's not going to let him have it. There's another vote for the 31 for driver of the day. Rosie Young, thank you for the votes. Melissa, thank you. I just want to clarify. At 31, he's going to have his work cut out for him. The 18 is coming. He's figured something out here, and he's not going to hold back. I think maybe the track is coming to the 18, or he just sandbagging a little bit. Didn't want to show his hand too early. Let these guys think that they had some fast machine before he let loose. Guys are known to do that. I've never done that before. Nope. Look at the votes pouring in for the 31. Stephanie, Haley, thank you. Brandon Wenning, thank you for calling me by my actual name, Bojangles. Appreciate that. Ricky Latimer changed his vote. So, Noah, well, hey, thank you, Noah. Thank you for changing it up here. I appreciate that. So we get some better camera angles going here. Right on board with Corey Cook. Again, this is just to clarify how bumpy this track is. You look at how fast the wheels working back and forth. No, he's not on some kind of medication. He's not bouncing around in the car. He's got full control of his body. He's just bumping around this place left and right. This track is bumpy as hell. And honestly, it can knock you up out of the groove, as you saw the 29 car there getting all around in Corey Cook. That's sometimes the window you have to pass here. You can watch a guy just clip that. You don't even have to hit the apron. You can just hit the wrong bump in the track and move all the way up. Corey's coming back up on the 29 here. Keaton Tripp's a little off pace here. This is unusual for the 26. Usually finds himself up in the top 5. He is a chase contender, I believe. Championship on the line here. So hopefully the 26 can turn his day around. You see some more bumpiness to the track. See if I can get another camera angle here. Hardy Peterson's actually having a really good night tonight. He's been sitting in the top 10 all race long. Sitting in 7th place currently. Just behind him, Hal Amy. In that 3 car. Put him in 8th place. He's actually making a pass on the 1 car coming out of 4 here. Let's see if he can get on by. Just got enough of a run. Nope. 1 car's going to shut the door a little bit. 3's going to get pinched here. Coming off of 2. It's going to be a weird entry into 3. Hopefully Hal can pull it off there. It clips the apron a little bit. It's going to lose his momentum. I think Artie's starting to think a little bit better of racing on that outside with that kind of momentum that Hal was carrying into that corner. It could have backfired on both of them. So that was a good race, though. Good race. This is tough to do here at Rockingham with all the bumps. Meanwhile, you got the 114. I believe he started towards the rear of the field here, working his way right up into the top 10. He's on the move. He said that he enjoys this racetrack. He prefers it more in the truck series, but he has been in the car for about 3 weeks now. He might be preferring that race in the ARCA car now. Look at Richard Holland again. He's out to about a 2nd lead. 0.8 of a second. Actually, my scoring chart says 1.6, and then it goes back to 4, 8, whatever the hell it wants. So I hope everybody's excited here. I know I'm pretty stoked. I'm seeing one of the HJRM cars go around that track, and I'm a little bit biased. You know, I must say I am rooting for HJRM, but it is pretty neat to see the 31 doing so well here tonight. On that note, though, we got to be fair and just, and we got to say that 18 car just made a pass for 2nd place, and he's on his way. I believe the 10 car might have been the buffer between the 31 and the 18 for a little moment. But that's no more. Richard is a beast. But that 18 has been consistent all season long. I mean, we're not just boiling it down to 2 cars. There are 2 other guys that have a shot at this tonight. We're just going off of what the field looks like right now, and the hype is between the 18 and the 31. You've seen the 18 save fuel and win a race. You've seen the 31 go out and do a mastermind plan on pit strategy altogether and just dominate Homestead. I mean, there's so many races that these guys have been up front for. I wouldn't assume that this would be any different, even though this is a little bit of a change of pace. A little bit different setup to these cars at this particular track, but there is a setup for this track. The next race, Wednesday night, as you see Holland here is navigating some lap traffic. Wednesday night truck series will be a base setup, which will be a little bit tougher. So we might have to adapt our driving styles to actually get around this place. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go through the field again here. These are some lap cars of Blankenship. Tim Hamlet's actually way off the pace. Looks like the 94 of Gary Waterworth is actually moved up to second place now. So, Gary saved those tires just enough. And somebody's going to start cutting down on this lead, I have a feeling. Somebody has to. I mean, Holland got out to a second. He hasn't looked back since. No, it might be an account of this guy right here who's navigating lap traffic. When they restarted the last restart, the 10 car held her up in second place, fell off about 7-8 tenths, and then the 18 got to his bumper and they raced it out for a few laps. They kept it clean, but it did hold the 18 up for probably a good 2 or 3. It held both of them up, to be honest, as you see the 10 cars falling back to 6th place. Eli Green's up here in 4th. He's been having a pretty stellar day. I saw him back in 11th place at one point, working his way up through the field pretty good. And then Corey Cook in your top 5. Like I said, Corey will sit here and flirt with the top 5 for a long time. It could come down to pit strategy. It could come down to he's sandbagging. He'll just come out and put some raw speed down for that last green flag stint. We don't know. That's the nature of all these drivers. They all have their different play style. They all have their different race strategies. Some guys prefer to take the race really, really serious on all the restarts and then slack off there for the rest of it till the very end. I mean, I've seen guys that come out and they'll just start in the back and run the back the whole race. And then 30, 40 to go. There they are in the top 10, working their way towards top 5. There's Howie again. He's working his way up. I believe he's up to 7th place now. 6th or 7th. Actually, that would be Rick Fagone in 7th place. 8th place will be Hal Amy. Say right now, the guy that I'm not getting any response from yet, and I know he's got some damage, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, is he's ripping the right front off of that car some more. It's a 26 at Keaton trip. He did hit someone. I believe it was a 38 car that he got into, so he might have tried to repair that damage manually, which consumes a lot of time. Hopefully that thing doesn't overheat. There's the 114 working his way up through the field. Corey Cook's riding the wall to let him by. I don't think you had to give the league admin that much room, Corey. You can race him a little harder. I think Corey just got up out of the line knowing that he was coming. Trying to be a gentleman. Found out there was a lot more bumps in the middle groove. Didn't tear it up too bad though. It does looks okay. I'm not sure why it always does that. I never want to follow the pace car yet. There we were. I'm actually trying to work my way back up here because the 31 and the 94 have shown the most speed so far, but the 31's just a couple tenths faster on average. Gary has not caught that 31. That being said, the 94 had to work through a lot of traffic to get up there to second place. So this next green flag run, when they get new tires after this green flag pit stop, I would not be surprised to see that 94 putting down some better lap times than the 31. The 31's going to have to make up a little bit of time on pit road if he wants to extend his lead and keep it there, because that 94 is coming. These guys looks like they're starting to get a little bit loose, as you see Tim Hamlet struggling a little bit. I know that car was very tight looking from the start of this run. Gary Waterworth's going to have to navigate this traffic. Leo Lords looks like he's having a rough night as well. He's got some damage on the left side. Might just be some burn marks on that paint scheme. I haven't actually seen the base paint of that car. But based off of the other side of it, yeah, I would have to say that car's just about had enough. There it is again. Leo's gonna have to pull her down pit road, I believe. At this point, he might as well. Come on, Leo. We're on lap 61, buddy. You got this. Trying to find a race. It looks like there might be a battle brewing here. I just don't see any cars. It looks like we did have some takers on pit road. Keaton Tripp come down pit road. Hopefully he decides to use that fast repair if he hasn't yet. Before too long, you're going to run out of time. I almost at this point would take it just because of all the time that you're going to lose by having that damage. If it goes green the rest of the way and you use your fast repair on your last pit stop, you're not making up that time. That's an eternity. Being just 3 or 4 miles an hour on average slower a lap turns into 10-15 seconds by your pit stop. Alright, so let's move. Man, I'm just trying to find the exciting stuff. I think I'm going to just click that camera angle and see what happens. See where the iRacing camera takes me. Because this field is very spread out. It's very calm. We do have guys hitting pit road. So we have seen some green flag pit stops. I wouldn't say that's too unusual at this point. Although, if you did have a fuel strategy worked out at the start of this thing, you pretty much blew it out the window as soon as they had a caution at the start. Had to rework the math. You shortened the pit strategy about 4 laps. There's Ryan W. Daniels. This camera angle keeps going between the 3 and the 00. And I don't know. I just clicked exciting. So apparently iRacing knows that the 3 and the 00 have the most fans in chat right now. It just knows it. And that's what it's going between. You see how Amy's getting around the 18. We will jump on that 18 real quick, because he is hitting it down pit road. And I'm interested to see if the 31, the 31 hit pit road as well. He's off of pit road, so he had a pretty good gap on that 18 car. Let's see what the 94 car is doing right now. So he's just getting off pit road. 31's all the way into turn 3. 94 is on the other side of the racetrack, but he is a lap ahead of the 31. So 31 is now in the front straightaway. So somebody somewhere made up a shitload of time. And I mean an absolute shitload. So you see the 18 just squeaking out there. I think he was one of the last cars on the racetrack. 61 should be on pit road right now. Or he just came off of pit road. So that'll put the 31 back up there. That 94 car lost a lot of ground. Gary Waterworth is all the way back to 9th place. He went from 2nd to 9th. So I'm going to guess that there was a 15-second hold penalty or whatever the amount of time is for speeding on pit road. Well, thank you, Brandon. This has been an excellent green flag run. I've seen some cars scrape the wall, somehow not get into anyone. It's been pretty clean and green here. We're coming up on halfway. Getting pretty close to it. So there is a little bit of a battle brewing here between the 94 and the 61. So there's a race there for, I believe, 8th place. Corey's going to let that go. Keaton Tripp, who is a lap down. I believe he's 2 laps down, actually. Oh, man, if that guy has a fast repair, I don't know why he hasn't used it yet. There's so much time to be lost here. He's fallen in reverse, and it's not going to work out well unless we have cautions, and I don't foresee enough cautions to keep him up front with that kind of damage. Keep him on the lead lap. Sometimes guys get a little brave and they forget, you know, the math behind how laps and everything will work, and they think, well, I don't want to use that fast repair because I know that these guys are going to be anxious. I know that there's going to be a wreck. Something stupid's going to happen. I don't want to jeopardize the entire race, so I'm going to play it safe. And playing it safe sometimes you got to just roll the dice, you know? It's the same way as throwing an interception in football. If it's 4 seconds left, you're going to throw the ball regardless. It looks like Eli Green's down pit road now. I don't know if he was on a different fuel strategy here or what's going on. Actually put it behind the wall for the 29. Not sure what that's all about. Might have blown an engine. Decided that maybe the finishing that they were going to have, they could have been a couple laps down. Had some connection issues early on. I'm not sure what's going on with the 29, but we are going to go up here to the front of the field where the 114 car has made his way up to 2nd place. That's Vern Bradley. WFO league admin. Founders are, well, I don't really know who the founders are. I don't think anybody actually knows. Vern's the original. Nation and Tim Hamlet, Hal, Amy all have a hand in it. I believe Hal was a good partner at the start. I'm not really sure who really conceived this league. I want to say Hal, Amy, and Vern Bradley. Maybe this is their love child. Does anyone in chat know what I'm talking about? Because I don't have a clue. I fake it till I make it. Brother came back from college and caused me to wreck. Good times. Good times. So what is it an older brother, younger brother? What's the deal there? Because, listen, I know if I had a brother and he pulled some shit like that, I mean, somebody's getting their fucking pillow, like, I'm giving him pink eye, if you catch my drift. I don't think I can let that go. You gotta defend yourself, man. Come on, Eli. Think of ways, you know, put zip ties on his drive shaft on his truck, or fart on his pillow, bare ass. I don't know. There's always ways. Put Vaseline on his dresser drawers handles. I don't. I had sisters, man. I don't know all the creative ways to fuck with brothers. All I know is my sisters annoy me, and even to this day, they can still get on my nerves. Looks like her car might have been up here in the wall. Yep, Leo Lord's letting the 114 by. It's been a rough race for Leo. You see the 31 car working through traffic. That 114 has trimmed a little bit of the lead off, but it hasn't been much as we got 72 laps to go in this long green flag run. Richard Holland, your leader. Looks like he's actually pretty smooth through there. It's a low entry into one. That kind of goes against my driving instinct, the way he's coming into that turn. Of course, everything that Holland does is a little bit unorthodox, but it works really, really well. He does not approach corners like the average Joe. And it seems to work for him very well. Especially at Rockingham, where most of the corners aren't really average Joe anyway. They were paved by average Joe about 120 years ago. This is like Darlington. It's one of the older tracks that have been around for ages. Rockingham has been reconfigured several times over. I believe it wasn't until 2006 that they decided not to race here anymore. Maybe it was a little later than that. It might have been closer to 2010. I could give you the exact history. I do have this device, this magic device. I can look up the answers for all that, but I'm just going to make up shit. So it's your older brother and you didn't even hit the wall hard. You're just never going to finish with your brother there now. You know, that could be said about a lot of things, Eli. When your brother shows up for a lot of things, he's just never able to finish. Anyway, man, good to see you out here tonight, Eli. Go have some fun, you know. Family's more important. It's Thanksgiving, holiday season. Tell your brother we said hello. And, you know, if he ever wants to try his luck and see how hard it is to compete in this league and have some appreciation and understanding for how much you worked this season. Just send them on our way. WFO raceleague.com. We've been on Artie Peterson for quite a lot of laps, and I'm trying to find a battle. My timing screen says there's nothing going on. There's a bunch of cars that are good, probably 3 or 4 seconds apart. You do see the 26 here with Keaton Tripp. About to go another lap down. No, I'm not a gambling man by any means, but I'm willing to bet that the 31 car had a lot of practice laps at this place. This is not one of those tracks that I'm familiar with, and we don't race it very often. It has the characteristics of like Richmond or Darlington, where it's very rough, very single grooved. But the bumps and the unsymmetrical back straightaway, just the way everything works around this place. As you see John Sanu getting completely the fuck out of the way for the 31. I know that I'm not going to get around it as quite as well as he is. And I know that the last time I saw him here, he wasn't getting around it as well as he is currently. So somebody definitely put some time into this place. See the 114 in third, or in second, and the third place is back to Nick Gardner. I believe the 10 car pitted. No, the 10 car is actually falling back to 5th place. That's Rick Fagone, for those of you that don't know, as he is pulling it down pit road. Might have missed the commitment line there. I don't know if they'll black flag him for that. I'm not sure if the commitment cone counts like it does on the exit of pit road. Hopefully not, because the 10 car is having a pretty solid day. This would set him back a lot. He would go a lap down for sure. That's the other catch-22 at this track. It's one of the few tracks that we pit on a curved straightaway. The pit road actually goes all the way into turn 1 before it ends. I think that's the biggest problem everyone has with NASCAR in general right now, is that instead of keeping these tracks like the Rockinghams, which I was completely okay with. Wilkesboro was another one. Several tracks come to mind. Now they've got cookie cutter D-shaped ovals and super speedways. But where's the character in any of those tracks? I mean, Charlotte, yeah, the original, the Mecca of motorsports. They reconfigured Atlanta, which I personally prefer the oval Atlanta. Now they've got the D-shaped oval. I mean, between Darlington, Phoenix, and I want to say Martinsville. No, Bristol. It's a toss-up. I would even go New Hampshire, but really there's no other tracks that are exciting to watch anymore. I mean, you go to Atlanta, Texas, or Charlotte, you're seeing pretty much the same 3 guys race there. Chicagoland, Kansas. Those are more intermediate ovals. So I would sum Kansas and Chicagoland right up there with Charlotte and in Texas, Atlanta. They're banked the same in the corners, so they're pretty much the same guys do well there. And hold up here, what is going on? Okay, I guess we got fresh tires on that 10 car. He just let Ricky go without much contest. Oh, caution is out with 54 to go.
How's my radio been today? Could you hear me fine?
I'm going to go back and watch this very carefully. That 94 car. He's having a hard time getting it going again. So here we go. 94 just getting... Leo Lortz. The 28 bounced it off the wall at the exact wrong time. Right into the side of the 94. Let's go back just a little bit further. So 28 is getting the UL for that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but Leo was bouncing it off the wall pretty much the whole race. So it was bound to happen eventually. The 28 did a little breakdance there on the back straightaway. The 94 was just making sure nobody got into him, did any further damage. And then that apron, you know, had a little bit of oil slick on it. But he got her face in the right direction. So here we go. Let's get caught back up. Get everything back together. I'd like to see Iowa on the schedule as well. It was on there last season. We did pretty fairly well. I think we only had like 2 cautions in that race. I would throw Iowa right up there with the Kansas and the Kentucky Speedway though. Well, I didn't even mention Kentucky. Kentucky's another one. Seems like there's a lot of sisters and cousin tracks to all these races. So you get your bigger tracks, which Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte, and then you're kind of like your sister tracks to those, which is like Kansas, Chicagoland, and then the little brother tracks, Iowa, Kentucky. Las Vegas is another one of those tracks. It's like Chicagoland, Kansas, and so there's so many tracks that look exactly identical. I mean, yeah, they've got their characteristics, but to watch them on TV where you're not actually driving them and feeling the track, they look visually the same. They're all relatively within the same mile distance, you know? Ah. Set me up for failure. It's just hereditary, Brandon. I can't help it. I might have done it again. Alright. I'm going to take a little break from talking since I'm getting horrible at it. And, you guys sit real tight. We're going to have a quick little breather here. I got to get a beer. I got to get a plate upstairs. And hopefully, we'll have a good finish. Green flag out to the end of this one. You see some guys getting a wave around here. I'll go ahead and put it on the exciting camera so we can kind of roll through the field. Alrighty, where green flag is just about to be out. 31 car gets a good shot out of the gate. 114 had the 61 all over his bumper as he kind of got a late start on that one. I'm gonna look here. Looks like probably between the 114 and the 18, those two are gonna be fighting for a minute. I don't see the 31 having any contestants for at least 15 laps. That 94 is back up there though, so we didn't ever get to see what the 94 could do on a short run. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. '31 has 16 votes and the 26 has 1 vote. So there you go. It looks like driver of the day right now is that leader. So he's going to be contested here. You can see that 31 is just a little bit off of his original run. That 94 car, based off of my scoring, isn't even on the lead lap. I don't know how he's in 6th place. I think my scoring is broken. According to my scoring, he's in 6th place, but he's driving up at that leader like he's going to be in 1st place. See if I can bring up the standings for you guys. 31 car might have scraped the wall there. Nope. I messed up there. See if we can get back on the 31. I'm not sure why that happened. Back to live. Okay. So there's how Amy. The 3 car sitting in 9th. My scoring chart is all fucked up. So right here is your top 12 cars.
Does my radio sound bad out there?
With the caution coming out. I'm still confused as hell. I guess that 94 car went and got his lap back the old-fashioned way just now. There must be a lot of guys a lap down, as you see only 4 of them peel off pit road, so that must be the case. So all these cars from Keaton, Tripp, Artie Peterson, Hal Amy, Johnson New, pretty much everybody from 6th place, 7th place on back is a lap down. They're all going to get the wave around, but we've got a long pit road here for this 31 car. That's really tough to do, what that 114 just did. Ghosting into your pit stall is very tough. 31 just gonna beat the 114 off of pit road. Barely. Well, if I know Vern, everything is competitive. Pit road, entry to pit road, restarts. It's all wherever you can get that little tenth of a second. because whoever takes the least amount of time to get around this place wins it. All right, so I believe the 86 of John Snow, Artie Peterson are going to get a wave around here. Got 3 cars parked in pit road right now. Tim Hamlet, Garrett Helmlinger, and Steve Blankenship are just parked in the pits. Jarrett Cox. Keaton Tripp's been having a rough night, but looks like he did use that fast repair. We talked about it earlier. I just don't think there's going to be enough cautions to get him back on that lead lap and get this thing straightened out for him before the end. Hell, I might be talking out of my ass. I don't know. He might actually be back on the lead lap. We can get a scoring here of the standings, but we're about to go green. So we're going to get back up to the front. Richard Hall and Vern Bradley, your top row. Green flag is out. 114 definitely got a good restart this time. He didn't allow that 31 to get away this time around. They're 3 wide behind these boys going into 1 or 3. Oh my goodness. It's a bold move by that 94 car. 114 to 31. No, that 94 is fast. That 31 car has been pretty much the class of the field all race long. Hasn't had very many people contest him at all. This is about the first time somebody's been right at his bumper for more than 4 laps in a row. He's responded to the pressure pretty well, but he's been really used to that clean air all race long. I'm interested to see what happens at that 31 if he gets in traffic. We had some lap cars go through earlier, but there was such a gap between the 31 and the second place, whoever was there at the time, that it never really made a difference. Those same guys had to navigate the same traffic, so it evened out. Right now you've got about 0.2 of a second. Nick Gardner sitting in 3rd place with the 94 of Gary Waterworth behind him. Just sitting back, kind of biding their time. These boys might start racing hard on each other. And that'll just allow these guys to catch right back up. No sense in burning your stuff up if they're going to do it for you. Alright, the 10 car, Rick Fagone back here in 5th place. He's able to rebound from falling off a little bit there early on, but seems like it's working out, getting back on pace. Got 32 laps to go, so go get him, Ricky. Go back behind him, Keaton Tripp. I'm going to get the official placement of this driver just to make sure I don't get it wrong. But I want to say he is in 6th place. Yep, that sounds about right. Corey Cook just behind him in the 61. Corey is still pretty close to where he was when we last talked about him. He was as high as 4th place at one point. Having a good, decent race. I wouldn't say this is one of the tracks that Corey's going to break out and find a win, though. It doesn't seem to fit. He's hitting that apron right there. It just doesn't seem to fit his drive style. He has a rough around the edge drive style, and this track is rough around the edge. So those two combined, it's probably just beating up the equipment. There's the 3 car of Hal Amy. Pretty solid night for the 3. This could be a top 10. He's looking 8th place right now. 10th place. I'm not sure how the scoring says Johnson New and Artie Peterson are ahead of this 3 car. Because I don't see a single fucking one of those guys here. Unless he's a lap down compared to them. $31. Got another vote. See if we can get that 31 up here on camera for you. He's still under heavy pressure by that 114. Nothing has came of it yet, but the 94 is catching those boys. I think life's about to get really interesting for that 31 car. 26 laps to go. Richard Holland's still your leader. He's led all but 4 laps of this race so far. Looks like he's starting to gain a little bit of ground on the exits of the turns to the 114. He's giving it back up in the entry, but he's gaining it all back on the exit. As you see, the 114 is diving a little bit lower into 3 and 4. But they're able to maintain the gap. That's the important part. If you're running away from a guy, you're burning the tires up. If he's catching you, you're not pushing it hard enough. And if you maintain the gap for 23 laps, you win the race. So all right, got 20 laps to go. Coming up on 20 to go. I'm yet to see anybody really get in Richard Holland's face here. He's starting to pull it out a little bit. I tell you, this guy has been the class of the field all night. I mean, you could throw a blanket on these top 3. It's only going to take one little mistake, but I'm yet to see Holland make a mistake. He's been really consistent here tonight, running his line. I don't know what kind of music he likes to listen to, what kind of alcohol he likes to drink, but he's probably doing both of those things right now. He looks very calm and collected as you see the 114 made a mistake, has the 94 on the inside of him. Trying to squeeze. Oh, the 114 is in the wall. He had to know that the 28 was up there. I don't know what happened. I'm going to go ahead and rewind one more just to see. He's trying to clear the 28. Like he was just trying to squeeze as much ground as he could out of it. That's a real shame because that makes him lose probably a good 2 seconds on the leader. I mean, it was bad enough that he had a little hiccup there. And got past on the inside, but now he's got the 18 and the 10 breathing down his neck. With damage as well, so that's not going to be good for the... It's not going to be good for the 114. Hopefully he can hang on and get that third place finish, but it's going to be tough with that right side all messed up. So Richard Hollins pulled it back out to about 0.8 of a second. My scoring chart's still just jumping around from 0.8 to 1.6. I think it's just doubling everything. Holland's starting to grab the bottom of that track a little bit more. That 94 is even lower than the 31. Nation 01 is not in Discord, just to clarify. He's down in HJRM's channel. I'm actually not in Discord either. So it could be partially my fault. But even if I was up in Discord, I doubt Nation would join. He wouldn't even do it for you. For you the fans. All you people, work hard, play hard, come out here and join us for this broadcast. And you know, Nation, if they would just chant my name one time, but they're in here saying how much they miss you. They just want to hear the sound of your voice. They want to hear you say fire one more time.
Nobody misses me.
There he is. Nation, they're calling you by name in chat.
A bitch.
So there you go. You are the best.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
I believe in everything the Amy and Riddle family say. And how we trust.
No doubt. I voted for Hal and I got yelled at for it.
Well, the driver of the day votes are going to the 31. I believe that was premeditated.
Yeah, I think it was.
But to be fair, there's 9 to go, and he's got a good solid lead over that 94 car.
Steve, no you didn't.
I think the 31's got it all wrapped up here.
Yeah, he does.
People are hunting turkeys right now.
That's what I see.
All right, so here we go. Gary the Snail, second place. Richard Holland in first place. Doing a little unorthodox third is Vern Bradley. He's able to hold on. He did get some damage. He clipped Leo Lortz going into one, and he's still holding on to that third place. Nick Gardner in fourth. Dent Wizard.
So if he hangs in the third, does that mean we got to talk to his dumbass?
Yeah. Good. You better start rooting for that 18 car to get up there. And he's got about 6 laps to do it. Rick Fagone sitting in, oh shit, you made me lose count. I think it's 6th place.
Yeah, blame it on me. I just
5th
got
place. Here. 5th place. Corey Cook is in 6th place. with Keaton Tripp behind him. Looks like Keaton's going to pick him up a spot. This for P7. It's a pretty tight battle. Keaton waiting to the last minute to pick this spot up. Wow, Corey Cook just cut it right back down to the bottom of the track. I don't think he's going to be able to hold it down there, though. Oh,
shit about over.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Nation. Are you even watching it?
Yes, I'm watching it.
Well, look up on the left-hand side. It counts down the laps. Can you count that high?
Hell no. Can you?
No, I know what the number is, and I rely on chat to say it's almost over.
There you go, man.
They say it's almost done. We're about to crown us a champion. As long as nothing crazy happens, this 31 car is going to go home in victory lane. We got 3 laps left. But it looks like some of these guys are pitting, Nation.
Is this the last race?
This is the last race, buddy.
Oh, thank God. I need a vacation.
Fuck, you ain't been here for the last 3.
Well, there is that.
All right. Well, I can tell you one thing you're going to do just for all those comments. You're going to interview the winner of this race tonight. And you're going to make it sweet and wholesome. None of this short answer bullshit. You're going to put your all into the crown of the champion of the WFO Racing League.
I'll tell you what, the last thing you want is my undivided fucking attention.
I want full mental focus here, Nation, because we're about to go.
What the fuck?
The 31 of Richard Holland is about to get $40 richer. He's about to win this race, and he's about to become the ARCA Tuesday Series championship winner.
Do I get
Twisted
half
Tuesday.
that?
Do you get half of that? I don't know. He's going to have to split it with you. Congratulations to Richard Holland getting it done here tonight. He did what he had to do. Second place is maybe the 94. Gary the Snail Waterworth just packed her right into the water barrels. He said, fuck the transmission, fuck the radiator.
Fuck the front end. We don't need any of it.
114. Vern Bradley finishing third. Oh, the 18 just got back at the 31. I believe that was from last week. A little congratulatory for the win there.
Looked like a congratulatory. Fuck you.
If you were here last week, you would have seen the 31 turn the 18 to congratulate him for the win. So these boys went back and forth all season, but I believe the 31 by points is going to prevail. Congratulations to the 31. It's your driver of the day, the winner of the race, the champion, and $40 richer. He just did it all.
Dude, that's a trifecta.
It's like all the things you could be in the league, and he did them all in one race.
Son of a bitch.
And now he's going to blow it the fuck up.
Now I ain't got to talk to him.
You don't have to talk to him?
Yeah, my computer just quit. It just crashed.
I think your brain just quit.
Dude, that quit like 40 years ago.
All right, we're going to go ahead and pause this. 31, done burning it down. He's going to park it down there in that victory lane grass. We're going to get a good shot of that 31 car. All right, let's pull that 31 right up into the chat. You got this. You got this, Nation.
I got this.
All right.
Richard Holland.
You get a copy there, Richard?
I got you, Coop.
Nation's up here in the booth with me as well.
How the fuck you doing, Nation?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Congrats on the win.
You don't want to talk.
He don't want to talk. Well, we got to talk, Nation.
I'm fucking talking. What are you talking about?
We got to talk about that trifecta. What all did he accomplish tonight?
Well, he owes me $20, and then he owes
I'm pretty pumped
he
up,
won
man.
I don't know, some kind of race.
I felt like you had to come out and win this race to win the championship tonight. I knew Nick was going to be really strong. He's got a bunch of different strategies. He's fast. He's consistent. He's also got that fuel mileage worked out in this car, and I didn't want it to come down to that. I'm glad it didn't. I put the time in this week and felt very confident in the set and the car and my abilities and to get it done. And like I said, I felt like someone was going to have to win this race. I said it all week long. Someone was going to have to win this race to win the championship tonight. And with Corey and Keaton and Nick, and it's just a lot of competition. They're fast, each one of them. I want to congratulate them guys to making the chase and running clean races every week, and had a lot of fun racing with all those guys. And appreciate them guys racing me clean, and I tried to do the same to them. So congratulate them guys for making the chase and good racing. But yeah, I felt like we had to win it, and that's what we did, man. Set on the pole, led the most laps, and win the damn thing.
I just want to go through the accomplishments that you pulled off tonight. So you're going to be crowned a champion for one. So there's that. Then you won the race. You started from the pole, which makes you Iceman $40.
That's right. That's
to
right.
top it off, you got driver of the day.
He owes me half of that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And you led the most laps.
It's deep in the rule book. Don't worry
boy.
about it.
So, I mean, you can just fuck off with all winning this shit. Like, you can just do all that thing, like, all at once.
Damn.
I mean...
No, man, it was just great, man.
It's incredible. You did everything you needed to do. You did everything you needed to do tonight.
Yep. The race went perfectly for us. I told the guys pretty much all week, this is what we needed to do. I wanted to be fast, be able to set that fast lap, but be able to pace it also. And I wanted to get the pole and try to stay out front all night, stay out of trouble. And it just worked out great. The race just worked out perfectly for us. But yeah, just a hell of a race, hell of a run, and put a lot of work in this week to get to this point. So I'm pretty happy.
Well, again, congratulations, man. And I know you got people you want to thank for this entire season, putting it all together. Thank Nation first.
Yeah. I mean, I got to thank Nation. I mean, he knows that. He knows it's coming,
God damn, I didn't even ask for it this time.
I got to thank my old lady for letting me do this every week, week in and week out, and be on here and when I need to be and practicing and things like that. And I thank her. Her support means a lot to me, and I wouldn't be able to do this and compete this much if I didn't have it. So first and foremost, but the guys
getting laid
I stay
tonight.
every week that put this league on. It's a lot of fun. Just everything that they do for it, so we can run here in a free league. It's amazing, it really is. And my teammates, man, teammates are great. We work together every week and shoot things off of each other and just help each other out. Sometimes I'm struggling, and could be with whatever, and it's just to pick me up, and it's just it's a lot of fun.
Well, again, congratulations, WFO Twisted Tuesday ARCA Series champion Richard Holland. Congratulations, you did everything you needed to do, and we look forward to seeing you again next season. We're going to do some driver of the day interview. I think we're going to get through. We'll pull
He
all
is
the guys
driver
up
of
here.
the day.
I know. Thank you, Nation. Thank you. I think what we're going to do is pull everyone else up here with driver of the day / champion / race.
I mean, I'm half fucking stupid, and I even know that one.
Half?
All right, full on. Fuck you.
All right. So if you're so goddamn smart, who finished second in the race tonight?
The 94.
And what's his name?
Oh, God. Waterworth?
I believe you're correct. Now I just need to
Son of a
locate
bitch,
said
really?
driver. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to find that guy and all our
Well,
problems.
if we can't find him, we'll just go right back to the driver of the
There
day.
he is, Gary the Snail. Gary the Snail, Mr. Waterworth, Bradley Cooper, Nation 01 up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, how we doing?
We're doing
We're
good.
doing well. How are you?
Doing all right.
So, we just crowned a champion, but we saw you put the front of that car into the barrels harder than anyone at Rockingham has ever done before. Right at the tail end of that finish. Did you feel like you had something there for the 31 you just didn't get to show?
Yeah, I felt real good after being a lap car and getting my lap back the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
But I did uh only have to pass one guy before having to get around Richard, and on the final restart, I think I had to get around three or four. So tires were definitely feeling a little bit more gone than before, but I started making mistakes with about 15 to go or so every other lap, and really slowed me down, but I think he would have had it anyway.
Well, we did notice you got that lap back the old-fashioned way, and I was curious to see what your car could do on those runs without having to deal with traffic to get there. You worked your way all the way up to second, and then was it a pit road penalty that happened? Something happened to you on pit road that you fell back to about ninth, I believe, and then you had
Yeah,
all that ground to make up again.
yeah, on the first green flag pit stop, I tried to make up a little extra ground and I gassed it after initially slowing down, and then tried to re-slow down, and it locked up and I spun on entry of pit road, so backed up, and I think I lost like 8 or 9 seconds there entering pit road.
Okay, so I mean, we were paying close attention to what you and Holland were both doing. That it was back and forth on the timing scoring and all that, how that was going to work out, because your average times were looking about the same on each stint. It's just you had so much ground and so many cars to pass before you could get there. And then that last green flag run, I thought, well, maybe this is where the 31's going to get contested. The 114 and the 94 were riding him, and he stayed calm and collected. So we got to give him props for what he pulled off there. It was definitely a good race. He did what he needed to do, and Gary, I look forward to your next season, man, because next season you're gonna get wins, and I think you're gonna be a contender for this championship.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward to next season as well, whenever that begins. And appreciate Corey for showing me the league as well, and look forward to racing with him next season. Hopefully he doesn't work as much and gets to show up for more races.
Well, we thank Corey for bringing you to us as well, and we look forward to next year. So you have a good night, driver. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you. You too. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, Nation, you want this next interview, good sir?
Oh, hell no.
No? Oh, come on. It's the 114 Vern Bradley up here in the broadcast booth. You know, you got a copy.
Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Nation's wrapping it up from the start.
Oh, you're doing the fastest interview ever again, Nation.
Trying to. Fuck.
You just can't stop stepping on yourself, can you?
Vern Bradley, you got third place. How do you feel?
I feel like I got third place. I feel like I worked my ass off for that third place, just so you know, Nation.
I know
I
you.
drove
for
the
the
wheels
record,
off that car all night.
For the record, I
Leo
was down
Lawrence.
in there listening to you. So.
Leo Lewis has the ass of that car, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He stole it.
Little contact there at the end kind of took me out of the hunt, but man, that 114 car was fast. The crew, did a good job helping me get a lap back early on, and they had good pit stops all night, and Nation was trying to hold them back, but he couldn't. I mean, these guys were fast as hell on pit road tonight, and they got me the top three.
Well, we don't want to take away from anything that you accomplished, but we did have a trifecta in here tonight.
Yeah, you had
No
Richard Holland
shit,
in
he
here.
fucking won everything.
He won all three things that you could win.
That's
in
right.
one
He won
race.
the pole, the race, and the championship, and $40 cash
Yep.
from Iceman Chassis. So, yeah,
Yes,
I was in there with him, in the room with him, and I wasn't going to do anything to jeopardize the championship. So, I was going to get out of the way there at the end anyway.
I tell you though, it was fun to see somebody contesting for a few laps, because most of the race tonight, there wasn't anybody up there that was touching him. Once you got up there, you were about the only car that got within a tenth of a second of him. I thought you were going to make a pass for the lead there on I think it was like the third lap of that stint.
the tires, really tricky, and the way you push them, the way you run, it's just weird. You'll hit a bump one lap and it'll throw you up towards the wall, and there's all kinds of stuff going on with that car. I just never could get a position to get a good enough run on them.
Yeah, that's what we were noticing. That car bounced, and it didn't seem like there was the same outcome on any portion of the track. Like you could hit one bump a certain way one lap, and then the next lap you're hitting the wall because of it.
Yeah, and I want to say congratulations to Nick Gardner, Richard,
sure.
Corey, all four of those guys in the chase, especially Richard. He did everything right. He was ready for tonight, and he come in and he got it done. He got the pole, he won the race, and he won the championship, and that's what a championship's all about. It's so competitive in this series that those guys knew they needed to come in and win tonight, and all of them pretty much understood it was going to take a win to get a championship, and he done it. He had a game plan tonight. He stuck to it, and he got it done. And my hat's off to him. Congratulations, Richard Holland. Well deserved, buddy.
For sure. So I'm going to try to get the very best camera angle that you ever did see on this 31 car, because we need a good screenshot. I feel like
absolutely post one of them in Discord. I need one for the website.
Gonna go ahead and slow motion. Do we want it from victory lane, or do we want him burning it down on the front stretch?
That's up to you.
All right. I think that right about there should do it. And then we're gonna get it. I mean, this is just it's a perfect
Control
end to
F12.
a great season. Control F12. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Nation. I think I also want to put it on the chase camera though before I do any of that.
But if you hit Control S12, you can use your WASD keys to like move the camera around.
What do you think? You think it's a good shot right there?
Looks good to me. But
And to update some points.
All right. So I'm going to hit print screen. I've got the screenshot. Again, congratulations to the 31 of Richard Holland. Congratulations to Nick Gardner, Corey Cook, and was it Keaton Tripp was the other?
Yes.
So that's the top four. And everybody that made the chase this season, everybody that participated in the league, everyone that comes out to watch, even Nation for showing up tonight.
Yeah, and Coop for putting the last several broadcasts on, man. You've killed it on Tuesday nights. You've done a great job, and I appreciate the heck out of it. I'm sure everyone here does.
that's why I don't like coming in here on Tuesday, because he just blows me away.
He's like 10 notches above us, Nation.
He is.
Listen, I am not above anybody here. I race here for free. I feel obligated to help you boys out, and I'm very thankful for the platform that you guys have given us. Not just me, but anyone here. This is a great league, great guys to be around.
Hey,
And I mean that. So, that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this season as much as I enjoyed being a part of it. And I know that the league's only going to improve and get better and grow, just like I have in my entire life. Granted, everyone's got that little voice in their head that sounds exactly like Nation, where they just don't ever grow up. They
Swear to
don't.
God, I thought he was going to say everybody has car keys under their fucking seat right now.
Car keys under their seat.
You know, like Oprah.
Yeah, you got to have the car keys under the seat, Nation. What's going on, Troy and Corey? Good to see you guys in there.
Troy!
Diana, thank you once again, every one of you, for supporting WFO Racing. That 6 seasons, and I'm not ashamed to say that this was by far the most competitive season I've seen at WFO. You got all. I mean, there were 4 guys coming in racing for a championship tonight, and any one of them 4 in victory lane wouldn't have surprised me, Coop.
Yeah, and the top 8 were going to be divided based off of just finishing order. Like, they all had a win. So that means that they were all broke even. And so the next race that started the chase, the top 4 were going to make it a little bit, you know what I mean? You had to finish well in both races to make that top 4.
Absolutely. And those guys knew what it would take. Like I said, coming in, and one of them was able to stand up above the rest, and he was uncontested tonight. Richard Holland had it in a different zip code for sure.
Yeah, I believe he led all but 4 laps, and those went to green flag pit stops. I think it was 4, maybe it was a little more than that.
Yeah, I've just had fun the last few weeks going in and racing with those guys and seeing exactly how competitive it is in that series, and it's a ton of fun, Coop. I know how you feel on Wednesday nights now. We just got to get Nation wheel up and get up on the wheel in the ARCA series next season, and we'll give.
I've been
Nation
curious.
said he'll give the field a lap or 2 head start, because when we get going, it's going to be game on when the 0-1 gets going.
I've always been curious. I want to know what that looks like. And Nation, if you are out there, I'll bump draft you. I'll give you room. But if it comes down to the last lap, I'm just going to remember all those times that you said, fuck you, Vern. Fuck you, Coop.
God damn, there was a lot of those times.
We had a few of them, didn't we?
There'll be an instant flashback right there, and I'll say, fuck you, Nation. Right in turn 4
out
wall.
of my way.
And then Nation meets the turn 4 wall.
So we're going to pick up right where we left off with the action. This was a great finish to a great season for the Twisted Tuesday ARCA. But we're going to move into the next series that's also just as close. And that's going to be our Wicked Wednesday Trucks.
Yep, tomorrow night. And you are one of the 4 guys that are competing for a championship. And then
what are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about him? We'll watch that 31 drive like he did tonight. I'm not feeling so confident after that.
If there's a favorite going into tomorrow night, Coop, it's a race. I don't know, man. Again, you got 4 guys that you and Richard Holland, obviously, with what he did tonight, Keaton Tripp and Jeff Martin. There's just 4 guys there that are capable of going up and getting up front. So get your practice in, Coop. You're going to need it, buddy.
Oh, for sure. There's so many variables at this track. We raced here last season, I believe, and it was the first time I'd ever been here. And I think it was the first time for a few guys of the league to even buy this track. And running the surface compared to our Vegas and our Chicagoland, we talked about it during the race tonight. There's a lot of cookie cutter tracks out there. There's a lot of tracks that resemble each other in their banking, their speed, the mileage. This is one of those tracks like Darlington, like Richmond. I would put Homestead, New Hampshire, Bristol in those unique categories where there's not a single groove. There's plenty of places to make a mistake. And there's always going to be somebody there that's better than you. It's just how many mistakes you make. How many mistakes do you make during the entire course? Because getting on and off pit road, finding that groove, navigating lap traffic. We saw that tonight. Guys hitting cars that were a couple laps down, or maybe getting held up by them. You had guys that got their laps back the old-fashioned way. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong tonight. They just fell off the pace for maybe a couple laps and got passed by the leader on pit road or something stupid like that. So we're going to have all of that and more tomorrow night, 9 p.m. I hope you guys can join us. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not being biased because I'm in the chase. I'm being biased because it's going to be fucking close and fun to watch.
You're being biased because you're in the fucking race.
Listen,
Right on.
I'm excited. Nation, I hope you're there. I hope you have a positive attitude and you can come out there and say, good job, boys. I'm really happy to be here.
I always have a positive attitude.
He comes into the stream and he's like, is this fucking thing almost over?
Hold on.
Positive, but I don't think it's an attitude.
Did you guys just hear what Nation said, that he always has a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Do you got your boots on? Because thankfully I left mine on, and the shit is getting really deep now.
Still got mine
Yeah.
on, so I can keep talking.
Unfortunately, mine are only ankle high, so I'm gonna have to go get my knee boots.
Damn.
Well, I hope you
Coop
slept
is-
all fucking day.
Coop's in the shit now, ain't he?
I'm gonna roll up my jeans here.
Man, Hal, did you have a fun race tonight, buddy?
Yeah, it was a good time.
He set up there
deal.
in the top 10. I think he averaged his place was about 7th. He was doing really good. He cracked the top 5 a couple times.
He had him a really fast 3-car.
Yeah,
Sure.
I gotta thank Richard Holland and Ricky for helping me out with that. They did. They helped me out a lot with that.
HJRM looking really strong this season.
Yeah, we got 2 in for tomorrow night. One is the Bradley Cooper and Richard Holland going for another championship.
So
I'm telling you, if Colin got to watch anyone tomorrow night, it's that 5 truck. I think Coop's gonna be digging at the
I
rock.
don't know,
Gonna
Doc,
be sneaking in there late, right?
listen, we share. I don't know if you guys know this, but they put our haulers next to each other.
I know that.
Um,
Junior does that on purpose. I wonder how that's going to work out tomorrow.
Well, you see, I'm going to get up a little earlier, put a little homemade concoction down in the oil pan of that 31.
There you
They,
go.
they won't
No, we
notice it.
better not.
You
they
know
won't
you
notice
don't
it.
have to do that, Coop. You can cut a deal with Nation, and they'll break out the old voodoo doll. The
You can-
voodoo
I
truck.
got a shelf
just-
full of them.
No, Vern, you just keep the camera on him long enough, and it's like infrared. It like zaps
Oh yeah,
the
the
engine.
curse of the camera.
Yeah.
we could do that, man. I hate to do that to Richard, though. I'd rather see you guys fight it out the old-fashioned way. Coop.
Well, I hope the camera's on us. I'm going to give it my all, and I hope everybody else shows up and gives it their all. Because even if I finish 10th, if I felt like those guys were better than me, I'll have no problem with that. But again, congratulations, Richard Holland, and we could pull him back up here. He did win driver of the day. Not to take
Well,
anything
get him.
from Hal Amy. We'll pull him
Did
back
you
up
give
here
him
real
a
quick.
driver of the day interview?
I gave him his trifecta interview, but we'll give him driver of the day here.
All right.
Kind of disappeared on me. I think he's out for the night, actually. There he is.
Richard Holland.
Woo!
No, he's still here.
What's happening? We're down there
You-
celebrating, drinking beer and shit.
Well, I mean, you're celebrating, but there's something else that you need to be celebrating.
What's that?
You are the driver of the day.
They spilled the beans already. I already knew that. Yeah, that's awesome.
You had
already
to give your
congra- I-
interview for that.
I said thanks to tell Hal thanks for everybody coming out and voting for me, man. I said appreciate it. That's awesome. That's a
I
first for
gotta
me for
thank
sure,
Coop
man.
Coop put a vote in for me for that tonight. Thank you,
Nice.
Coop.
I voted for Hal, by the way.
Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. He said we were drinking beer. I had to go get one.
Hell yeah.
Never apologize for that.
Where's
It's
Hal
beer
Jr.
30.
at? I saw Hal Jr.
I'm
over
gonna
there a
do
minute
that
ago,
too, just because he won.
just because he won. And hey, where's Hal Jr. at? I know he'll drink beer with
And
me.
He was on and just got off. He has his little girl.
And
Okay,
fucking
temper.
Hal doesn't have driver of the day, so he can celebrate that.
There's a reason Hal don't have driver of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
wanna-
nobody
I wanna
likes
say-
Hal.
I want to say thanks to
God damn.
I want to say thanks
Oh, I
to
didn't-
Vern for
I
racing
missed
me
that one.
clean there.
Thank you, Corey.
Hey,
Man, I wasn't gonna race you any other way. I was just burning them up trying to run with you there, Richard.
And for man, but you know, there was a few times where you raced me real clean, gave me room and stuff, and I appreciate it, man.
that restart
Yeah,
is one I think about. When you guys went into one, I saw Vern lift. You could see it from every angle. It was like you coming in lower than he was, where he dipped down from that outside. He could have pushed the issue.
Yeah,
didn't.
no, I know. That's what I mean.
Yeah, there's no sense in doing that and dumping somebody or wrecking yourself, and especially a guy that's run as strong as you did. You went after it, man. You set fast time in qualifying, You went out, you won the race, and you are the season 6 ARCA Series champion.
I appreciate it, Vern. I tell you what, man, I love being the champ of this league and just representing the league in that way, man. It means a lot to me. I like it here. I like running here. The league means a lot to me and what you guys do. And yeah, I like representing the league and being a champion. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and while we're talking about that too, I do want to thank, and this is from everyone at WFO Racing League. We want to thank Ryan Daniels,
Iceman.
Yep.
Iceman Chassis. Absolutely. Very consistent with the pole awards this season to the race winner. And Richard Holland was the guy that got it done tonight. And was that the first one of them you got, or the second one, Richard?
Second one, yep.
Look at that. So thank you, Ryan Daniels, for everything we do. We look forward to having you back here next season as well. And Artie Peterson, another one. Look forward to having you back, Artie. We just got a good group of people here, and really fortunate to see the season go the way it has. And Nation for all his hard work this season.
What was that? Napping
and painting small, tiny penises on my bumper.
I was gonna say, was it napping or opening his beer?
Hey, the struggle is real.
Yeah, I told
Richard.
Ryan.
Told you not to clip your fingernails. It'd been easier.
I told Ryan.
Enrique.
Sorry about that. I told Ryan there, Vern, that I wanted to donate my winnings tonight to $40 back to the league. So he's gonna catch up with you.
Man, that is awesome. We're gonna buy Nation a case of beer with that.
And
Perfect.
a hat.
Perfect.
And a hat. A WFO hat.
I don't want no fucking
Which
WFO
reminds
hat.
me, Nation, go ahead and throw our link up in there. We have merchandise.
Oh, the teaspoon.
Yeah, we do. We have merchandise, and we don't know how to make it work where we can just
pull
spam
Rick
it
up
in the
here.
damn chat. So
Never did get Nightbot to work on YouTube, huh?
pull El Fagande up here. Somebody.
I got him.
So I'm gonna try to. Oh, Nation got it. Thanks, Nation.
I got it, buddy.
Did one thing right tonight.
At least one.
Ricky,
There's Enrique.
you got
What's
your
that?
beer? You got your beer
Yeah,
in the
Nation's
left
the
hand?
bot, Corey.
Oh God! Oh yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm ready. What's up?
Oh, we got officially crowned champion, trifecta, winner, pole sitter, Iceman. And then we got you, and I want to know what your take is on this race tonight, buddy.
Oh, I think it was a good race. I think obviously had him tickled to death for Richard. Fucking did what he said he was gonna do. He called his fucking shot and knocked it out of the park. I don't think you can do much better than that. I told him lap the field, but he didn't do it.
Nah, he held back.
We tried to
Yeah.
get him. We tried to get him too, didn't we?
He put
Always
extra,
letting you down. I know.
Yeah,
put extra
fucking
ballast in the
loser.
car.
Parents said a lot.
Man, you see the shipping on that stuff. You can still get this before Christmas, according to the website, Nation. And did you
Oh,
get
I
your
never
yoga
read that.
pants yet?
I have not
Nation,
got my
did you
yoga
get the
pants.
yoga pants?
That is none
And
of your
Rick hasn't got his either.
No, they haven't showed up yet. I got extra
Damn it.
small
We
ones.
got. There you go. Got to have 'em nice and tight when you're doing the
She
video.
said.
Nation's gonna do the. You're gonna do the video, right, Nation? With the
What
yoga
video?
pants.
That would be a no.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, Nation.
What the hell?
We haven't time for
Good.
Photoshop.
He says Richard has to do Victor did. Yoga
pants.
What am I doing in Photoshop? Is that what you
Maybe
asked me?
maybe we should send a pair of those to the champion, Hal.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
You
What
could,
size
you
would
could
you like,
fucking
Richard?
frame the goddamn things if you didn't want to wear them. At least hang them on the wall.
Yep. I do
Nation-
that.
Nation will send you one of our posters, the Village Idiots poster.
Autographed by
Hell
the
yeah.
admins and the
Gotta
fucking
have
team
one of them.
owners.
Yeah,
Hell
looks
yeah.
like a nuclear bomb dropped on WFO.
Like that would be a fucking surprise.
I'm really surprised that you put the fire on there, Nation.
Keep saying fire.
Fire.
See what I have to put up with?
You see what me and Hal have to put up with?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's even worse.
Thank you, guys.
Way worse.
Nation, here's what you do. You model the yoga pants with a toddler t-shirt.
We'll call it even.
Because sexy.
Put the toddler t-shirt on.
No, if it's fucking off time, you better come up with an awesome paint job.
Good luck with that. I can't paint for fuck.
Since I hear about all this off time, we gotta keep this going right into next week.
January, maybe February.
I
Good
think we're gonna do
Lord.
some fun races. Right?
I'm gonna be fucking locked down here for fucking the next 4 or 5 years. We
Oh,
still
we'll
gotta
still
do
do
that.
races.
So what do you want to do? You want to do fun race every week,
I'm game for anything.
or you want to do 2 of them?
Well, I've got literally nothing to do. And
I've
I'm here.
actually thought about keeping the Tuesday and Wednesday thing going, when we're out of season, just for recruitment and practice.
And irritating the fuck out of me.
And irritating Nation.
Absolutely. That's
And
number one.
I knew Rick was going to be on board with that.
Somebody
Well,
keep
I think
him
if
on
we-
his fucking toes.
I think if we do that, we can help some of the other guys come up to speed because, man, I mean, there's a group of guys in these 2 series that are just fast.
Nation's working on them tutorials.
Tutorials.
Did you take over the digital scrapbooking, Nation?
Hell no.
I'm
Did
just
you just
wondering.
say crocheting?
Yeah, crocheting and digital scrapbooking.
It's actually more feminine than crocheting.
Yeah, very well could be. As long as
Yeah,
you know
we-
what you're doing.
Oh, shit. When did we have to know what we were doing and make a fucking tutorial?
Fuck it, wing it.
Nah, that's what everybody else does.
Nation is the king of digital scrapbooking. So if you need lessons for it, get a hold of Nation 01.
And Corey, if you want to learn how to do it, gay.
Picking on fucking Corey. I can't believe what a dick.
You know how Nation is.
Thanks, Cindy, but we voted for the 31 tonight.
Too late to place my vote.
Coop, what are you doing?
I'm gonna vote number 3
What am I
tonight.
doing? I'm
Yeah,
clicking
it's
like
Troy's mom.
crazy.
He's adding layer styles.
I am.
See what I did with that smart thing in my brain?
That's what he's doing.
You know what? I'm gonna throw it up on screen here just momentarily. I'm editing as fast as my little fingers can go.
Oh, God. Nothing can go wrong there.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what he did.
Doop-a-doo. Let me open it up. It's in my files.
It's even got
Someone-
intro
Let's see
music.
what Doopadoo did. Doopadoo.
All right. Let's see if we can put that up in full screen. Boom.
We'll see it in 2 minutes, Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Look
There
at
it is.
There it is. Look at that. Good job.
Look at him go.
I even had the right logo. That's where all that clicking
Good
came
Nah.
job,
from.
Coop. And Coop did that in a matter of minutes, literally.
I had some
Type
boys.
faster than a court reporter.
Had some boys in the
Those
stream teach me how to
motherfuckers
Photoshop.
can fucking type.
Show me some hotkeys. Congratulations again, Richard Holland. And I think we're going to cut the stream here. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. Hope you guys can join us again tomorrow, 9 p.m. You know the time. We're going to do it again, just as exciting as before. And I'm going to be out there. And if the grass is greener, it's probably because I'm not over there fucking it up. So, again, thank you guys. Great group of people. And I look forward to being out there on the track with you.
We got another
Thank you,
champion to
Coop.
crown tomorrow night.
Thank you, Coop. And I'm going to go ahead and order me some decals for WFO to stick them on everybody's bumpers.
Just want to thank
There we
everybody
go.
except for Nation.
I'm going to go to Walmart and put all our stickers on
Nation.
bumpers in the parking lot.
Everybody except
Just-
me. I get
Just
it.
gonna slap them around.
Yeah,
You see
just start
somebody from
slapping the-
Vermont slapping on there.
Yeah, we'll just keep slapping them on there. But thanks to everybody that tunes in week in and week out, does the Driver of the Day vote. Everyone that supports, helps out WFO Racing, and there's a big list of names there. On the broadcast side of it, you, Coop, for stepping in this season when I needed you. Nation 01 for being there week in and week out and putting up with all my shit. Nation, so.
Sometimes.
Not always.
Every now and again.
Once in a while.
Adam Tips.
Every now and again.
Adam Tips.
Adam Tips has
Tim
helped
Hamlet.
out the broadcast on Wednesday nights as well. All of our admins, Tim
Yeah.
Hamlet, Garrett Helmlinger, Adam Tips,
Yeah.
Hal Amy.
Thankless job. Yep.
We
Burn
have,
Bradley for
we've
everything
had-
he does.
For sure.
we've had countless people step up. Adriana Riddle, which I believe is Diana's cousin, coming in and handling Driver of the Day votes on Wednesday night a time or two. And
For
just
sure.
there's so many names. I mean, so many people involved in this
Volunteer.
now.
Volunteers. That's the important
And it's
thing.
all exactly. None of us get paid for it. We don't charge any money for the league. It's still a free league, and this is how we do it free, because I'll donate my time, you guys donate yours, and we make it happen, and we put on a great production while we're doing it. So thank all of you guys, and we're going to keep something going every week. I'm not I'm with Rick on this. I think we just we got a real good competitive thing going. We don't want to lose it. So
Ride the
they're not
lightning.
going to be points races, and they're not going to be mandatory for people. But if you want to come out and have some fun on Tuesday and Wednesday night, then we're going to be here to have some fun. That's
Yeah,
it.
boy.
All right. Again, thank everybody. Have a good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a
See
good
you
night.
tomorrow night with the Village Idiots. Good night.